Many of your meetings are about making solid decisions. And in fact, a lot of these innovation experiments have been about helping you have good ideas and use those good ideas to make better decisions. But when does it make sense for you to just decide quickly, put it down on paper, and move forward? Let's talk about that. This week's video is about deciding quickly and holding loosely. So as a business owner or someone who thinks like an owner, let's dive into both parts of that equation. So first, we want to decide quickly, which means that we have to allow ourselves to let the project be temporarily imperfect. That way we can move forward. Sometimes our natural instinct is to have a big planning meeting and a workshop, or maybe even bring in an outside consultant, go on a working retreat because we're trying to find the exact right answer. And sometimes that's what's needed, but sometimes we just need to decide quickly, put it on paper, and move forward. But that doesn't mean that by the end of the project we let it be less than perfect. That's where the second part comes in. When we say to decide quickly but hold loosely, who's Lucy? When we say to decide quickly and hold loosely, what we mean is that you have to be able and willing to allow the project to change over time. When you approach your projects with a decide quickly and hold loosely mindset, you actually inject a lot of momentum and energy into your project. And the biggest enemy that you'll face here is if maybe you or a teammate has a good idea at the beginning, and so you decide quickly on that, which is really good. But then later, when you realize that another decision needs to be made, if you try to hold on to that, if you let ego or pride or whatever it is decide to, I want to hold on to that idea really tightly, it was my idea and a good idea, that will be your biggest enemy in using this mindset. So whenever you see that, whenever a better idea comes along, make sure that you allow your team and yourself to make that iteration so that the project will progress. You'll find that this week's innovation experiment pairs nicely with something we've already talked about, that it's easier to edit than create. When you decide quickly, you already overcome a big obstacle, and it helps your team to have better and better ideas that you can improve on.